All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have a new rumor coming out about Horizon Forbidden West and about Aloy. Now, Aloy is a hot topic of conversation, and the reason why is because she went from being a normal-looking female who was skinnier and definitely fits the world that she's in, right? Struggling to find food and whatnot and living in a more tribal time, suddenly had become extremely fat in the second game, almost as if she somehow found a Dunkin' Donuts in the post-apocalyptic world or whatever. It was just very, very odd why this happened. And then as the conversation started to heat up regarding uglification of women in gaming and people started to notice it more and more, they started to go back to this particular game and say, hey, this was one of the first victims of this. Why did this happen? Well, apparently some developers have reached out to Manga Lawyer, and again, keep it with a grain of salt. It's a Manga Lawyer rumor, but developers from Guerrilla Games have reached out and admitted that they have purposefully made this character ugly.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Now, again, guys, this rumor seems a little bit all too convenient, so I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, and I'm going to use it just merely to spark a conversation about Aloy, because apparently there is a remastered version of this character, of this game coming out, and people are worried for the remaster because this is not going to give you, or they think they're not going to give you the original Aloy. They think they're going to give you the more modern audience Aloy, and I can guarantee you that's going to be the case at least. So let's get into this article, guys, from that Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, one thing I will say before we begin, I saw this picture circulating on Twitter, and it's so obviously fake. Again, I would say it's 99% fake, but I thought it was hilarious because this is exactly what we're going to get, okay? So if you look at this picture here, on the left it says Horizon Zero Dawn. On the right it says Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. They made her fat as hell, bro. And you know what the sad thing is? The sad thing is I can believe this, right? Like, I know it's fake, but I can also believe that she's probably going to look something like this. And God, it's so fucking awful. Because if you look at the original Aloy, look how awesome she looks, right? She's not exactly like a super hottie, but she fits the world that she's in, right? She doesn't look super, super fat, and she shouldn't be, right? I mean, people are starving in this world. Food is hard to come by. People have to go hunt and whatnot. It's a totally different world, right? Whereas now on the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, they put up this fake picture where she's so much fatter, but honestly, this is not far from how she looked in the second game. So it's really not that hard to believe that something like that would happen. But again, I'm 99% sure that picture is fake. I just thought it was funny. A new rumor alleges that Guerrilla Games and its developers deliberately altered the game's main character, Aloy, to look less pretty in Forbidden West. It also alleges that Guerrilla is working on a live service Horizon game. Now, this is a part of the rumor that I really want to tap into, because if they're working on a live service Horizon game, man, like this is going to be such a massive failure. Nobody in the world is asking for a live service Horizon game. This is exactly the fucking problem that the Arkham games ran into, right? The Arkham games from Rocksteady. This is why that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League failed. Nobody was asking for a live service game based in the Arkham universe. People just wanted more single player Arkham games. That's what they wanted, and the developers were like, hold up. Hold my beer. We're going to give you a live service game. That's what you really want, guys, you know? And they all cheered themselves on as they lost $200 million. This is the exact same thing that's going to happen with Forbidden West or a game based in this world. If they decide to do this and give you a live service Horizon game, you're going to witness another Sweet Baby Inc. failure. And you know what? Hey, Sony wants it. Guerrilla Games wants it. So if that's the case, if that rumor is true, I can't wait to see the failure. This rumor comes from ex-user Mongoler. He posted X, it's rare for developers to reach out as whistleblowers, but someone from Guerrilla Games did after I questioned Aloy's face. He added a senior cinematic team member confirmed to a developer that Aloy was deliberately altered to look less pretty in Forbidden West. Pray for the remaster. I don't know if Manga Lawyer is saying pray for the remaster or the person who reached out to him is saying pray for the remaster. I think it's the second one. If that's the case, that is not good. In a subsequent post, he added most of the talent at Guerrilla is working on a live service Horizon game. Mark this tweet. It's something nobody asked for, and it's going to blow up. Bro, I'm telling you right now, again, if they do a live service, like if they do a live service Horizon game, you're going to see Sony lose so much money. It's going to be disgusting. It really is. I don't understand where anybody at Sony and Guerrilla Games thought it was a good idea to put out a live service Horizon game. Like, who is going to want to stop playing other live service and MMORPG games in order to play a Horizon live service game? Who's going to want to stop playing those games to play that game? This is why they need to focus on single player games, because everybody always wants to play a single player game, right? You can find time to play it. You can pick it up and put it down. Live service games require your full attention, and nobody's going to want to give the full attention to a Horizon live service game over an MMORPG that already has their attention, or another live service game that already has their attention. Nobody's going to want to do it. There's only so many players that are into the live service model, and now you're trying to add another game into the mix after you just failed one or two other games recently. What's wrong with you? Like, you guys don't fucking learn. And this is the problem. You got people at the top who are listening to idiots. Like, they all giving just bad advice. Nobody wants to tell their coworker that they have a bad idea. And that's the problem. Toxic positivity. They all want to say, yeah, Bob, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do this. No, it sounds stupid. Back in 2021, following the release of the gameplay trailer for Horizon Forbidden West, numerous gamers criticized the redesigned Aloy. YouTuber Mighty Cuck wrote on X at the time, "I do agree that Aloy's face looks a little chubby. A little chubby. That bitch got fat. Don't even lie about it. In Horizon 2 images, that's odd because I would imagine she would lose a lot of body fat and water weight pretty consistently given her environment. I do not agree she's supposed to look glammed up. That would be dumb. No, I don't think she should look glammed up at all. I think the first picture is perfect. She has little to no makeup on. I think that's fine. I think this is perfectly fine. No lipstick, no nothing. This makes sense. This makes sense to the world and the rules of the world that was built. This makes sense. A skinnier Aloy. Again, it's not a fat phobic. It just doesn't make fucking sense. It's just like Allie from Lord of the Rings. Jesus Christ, why did I say that? Last of Us 2. Abby from Last of Us 2. Why is she so muscular? She has a body that requires 4,000 to 5,000 calories in order to maintain, and she's lucky if she's eating 500 to 1,000 calories a day. So it just doesn't make any sense, right? It's just fucking bullshit. Ex-user Sadababi also commented, why does she look like Jerry O'Connell? Has Aloy been eating a lot of donuts? Holy shit. Oh my God, look. So this is a screenshot from the actual game, the second game. Okay, so look at that screenshot and look at this on the right. It's not that far off. It's not that far off, man. I'm telling you, this is a lot closer than we realize. And it's quite unfortunate because, again, man, it's just going to lead to big problems. People are not going to buy this game. They're already catched on to what you were doing in the second one, and it's just going to lead to more issues. As for what Guerrilla Games is currently working on, the company announced at Summer Game Festival it was creating LEGO Horizon Adventures alongside Studio Gobo. The company describes the game as a playful and lighthearted story inspired by the events of the world of Horizon. Specifically, the company shared in a blog post, Aloy, the game's leading hero, is found in a cave as a baby and raised by a grizzled huntsman called Ross, who teaches her the way of the wild. One day, Aloy embarks on a quest to discover her true destiny. Guided by a 1,000-year-old hologram of a scientist called Elizabeth, Aloy must confront Helis, the leader of the group of sun worshippers who bow to an ancient evil shrouded in mystery. So again, boys, it's the exact same story as the first game. Not too shocking. I'm a little worried. And just let's talk about the elephant in the room real quick. Why are they remastering the first game? Like, why are they remastering the first game? There is no reason for them to remaster this game that's barely old. Like, it's not even that old, and it looks really good still to this day. Why are you remastering this game that has modern graphics already for all intensive purposes? What's the point? What's the purpose? If they make her fat in the first game, then you're going to realize what the purpose was. It was to fix the mistakes that they view in the first game and make this the definitive edition of that first game. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.